So why we are using clouding? So before going to know about the cloud computing, you have to know before cloud how the environment is there. So before understanding the cloud, you have to understand about the on-premises data centers, how they are going to be run. So before cloud computing, see, if you want to develop any apps, any softwares, if you want to host any websites, you require the following material. That is nothing but a group of servers you need. You have to manage your own network. The network traffic may be high or low. You are only the responsible person. And also you have to manage and monitoring your servers. Everything managed by you only. So whatever you managing by you only, that is nothing but a on premises. So in on premises server,
but it's not there.
Maybe.
It's not there.
that is on premises. So what are the requirements to manage your servers? You need network, you need storage, you need servers like Dell, HP, hardware you have to buy, and you have to install top of that you are going to install your virtualization softwares like VMware, vSphere Hypervisor, or Hyper-V, Windows Hyper-V, or Xen Citrix server. Like this type of virtualization softwares you have to manage. Top of that, you are going to install the operating systems like in Windows, and you have to use the middleware applications like IBM WebSphere applications, and you have to runtime server Java programming or PHP, Perl programming, and database you have to manage, applications you have to manage. So this is on-premises servers. You have to manage these servers. But what are the disadvantages when you are going to make these servers? You are using these servers. So for this, we have to invest a lot of money. So it is going to be expensive for you. Troubleshooting problems also impact on your business goals. Scale up and scale down is also a problem in this your environment. So the amount of data, how much storing now and how much storing in future, you have to analyze. Depending upon that, you have to grow your storage environment also. For example, simply, if you have 5 servers, while the traffic is very high, it can utilize the 5 servers resources. Resources is nothing but remember CPU and memory resources. When the traffic is low, only some resources are going to be used. So remaining are is in idle. But already we invested on that. But it is waste of the money. For example, if you take a Flipkart, every Wednesday they are going some discounts. On that particular day only, heavy traffic will come into the Flipkart site. Now, sometimes maybe the server is down, maybe the application is not to respond for your request. This time of this type of errors will come. So that is the reason. If in a physical environment, what you have to do, you have to buy the new machines and you have to keep in your environment. When the high load is there, they can share the load. But except Wednesday, remaining all the days are normal load will come. So out of 5 servers, maybe 3 servers maybe they are going to be idle. What is the use wasting the money? That is the reason we are going to enter into the cloud computing. So in cloud computing, advantage nowadays, everything is online. So you are offering the food online, you are shopping online, your reservations are online, your documentations also online. So this is called digital data. Whatever is the online we are going to do, all the digital data already they are going to manage. When you need to storage, when you need to store huge data, you need no more space, then automatically scale up your space in cloud environment. Cost plus monitoring plus maintenance, everything managed by the cloud. So we have different clouds. We are going to discuss AWS cloud, Azure cloud, IBM cloud. But cost plus monitoring plus maintenance, everything is managed by the cloud vendors only. Just how much resources you utilize, that much resources only you have to pay. This is nothing but a cloud computing. So what is cloud computing means? Accessing the resources. Resources means compute resources, storage, network, media services, databases. These are the resources you are accessing from the internet, is nothing but a cloud computing. For example, you can take Google Drive. So your Google Drive having some data. So maybe you, whatever the important documents are there, you can put into your Google Drive. That is not in your computer. That is in cloud. So when you want to access, you can log into your email account, go to the Google Drive, then you can download or upload your data. That is an example of just cloud computing. You can store your data or application on remote servers. For example, I am taking one example. We have a Gmail account. See, all your Gmails are located. All your mails are located in your local server, not in our local system. Our mails are located on remote server. So by using the internet, so we are using the username and password. I am going to log into my Gmail account. I am accessing mails, sending mails, receiving mails, whatever it may be. But those mails are not stored in our local system. Which is important to document is there, you are downloading. Again, which is important document is there, you can put in the Google Drive. But they are not in my local computer. So that is cloud environment. That is one example of cloud. So benefits of cloud computing: if you want any IT resource, you can get immediately. For example, I want to get a Linux server within 10 minutes. I don't have a laptop and desktop. What we have to do? I can go to the market. I have to buy the hardware, and I can bring the hardware. I can take the Linux CD or DVD. I can put into my CD or DVD drive. Then I can install. It will take time. But in cloud environment, just I can go to the AWS management console. So immediately in 5 minutes, I can make one Linux server. So with my requirements. So Linux server means not only Linux server, Linux with MySQL server, Linux with DevOps tools. So whatever requirement you need, immediately you can get the requirement in cloud computing. So what you require, you can get in minutes. So just now I told you, within minutes you can get your required servers, whatever it may be, available in the cloud environment. No need to buy any hardware and software. So no need to buy any hardware and software. Automatically, they will provide the hardware and software which you required. So depending upon your requirements, you can scale up and scale down the resources. Just now I taken the Flipkart. So Flipkart people, every Wednesday, so their servers may be scale up. Again, they are going to be scaled down from remaining days. So whenever Wednesday is there, how much their servers scale up, how much resources they utilized, that much of money only they has to pay. So remaining days, commonly, how much resources they used, they has to pay. So depending upon your requirements, see, everybody is hearing clearly. One Pallavi is getting some audio problem. Remaining persons is okay. Audio is okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sound is okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So depending upon our requirements, you can scale up and scale down the resources. You can access the data from anywhere. So because through internet only, your data is stored in a secure location. So in cloud computing, how much resources you are using, that much only you have to pay. Take the services for rent as much as utilize. You can take the compute services and storage services and networking service for rent. For example, some DevOps tools are there, so they are not bear our laptop memory, maybe 8 GB memory. Somebody they have 4 GB memory. Some DevOps tools they cannot be work on local systems. So what they can do, you can create one Amazon account. So whatever the requirement is there for practicing 2 days or one day, so you can take the machine 6 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours you can practice. Then you can practice. Then how much you utilize it, that much of money you can pay. So this is the cloud technology. So with softwares, database software or DevOps tools, so how which requirement you need, that server you have to launch, You can work, how many hours you can work, you have to pay the money. So first question they will ask in cloud computing, what are the service models in cloud computing? So infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So these three different service models are providing by the cloud environments. Infrastructure, for example, you have a application, but you are thinking about, I want to manage that application, nobody can manage, but I need a infrastructure. Then cloud people will provide the basic resources like network storage to you and servers. So you have to build your application, so you can manage your application. That is nothing but a infrastructure as a service. So you are only getting, sorry, you are only getting infrastructure, remaining all the maintenance you can only choose. Next, platform as a service. In this model, cloud people provide platform as a service. You have some code is there, so you have to deploy that code, but you need some platform like Linux or Windows platform, whatever the platform you want to require, you need that platform. They will provide the platform also to you. So then you can get the platform from cloud vendors, you can deploy your application. This is save your time. This is second one. So completely you are depends on the cloud. Software as a service. So cloud provides leases applications or softwares which are owned by them as your requirements. So owned by them as your requirements. This is nothing but a software as a service. For example, Gmail you can take. So they are providing us Gmail software, Gmail mail account as a service. We are not paying money. Nobody is paying money receiving, getting mails. So that is like a software as a service. Everything they developed. Mail server also they developed, but they are giving as a service. Nobody is paying for Gmail. By using Gmail, we are not paying any money to the Google people. That is a service they are providing. So we are sending and receiving mails through Gmail account. So you are using the resource when you require, but you are not going to pay any money. But what is background Gmail, how it is work also, no bother about you. They will take care about that, how the mail is going, how the mail is coming. We are not bothered about how the mails are going and sending. So everything is managed by the Google people only. Just we are logging to our mail account, we are checking the mails, we are sending mails, we are receiving mails. So this is the service model. See, on premises, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So here, sky blue color, these are you manage. Means on premises, already I told you, everything is managed by us. Networking, storage, servers, virtualization, OS, middleware, runtime, data applications. This is on premises. Now we enter into the cloud computing. Infrastructure as a service I am taking. So what they will provide? Networking they will provide, storage they will provide, server they will provide, virtualization also they will provide. From OS onwards, you have to set up. So operating system you have to manage, middleware you have to manage. So runtime programming, databases, applications you have to manage. I am also taking platform as a service. So networking, storage, servers, virtualization, OS also they are providing, middleware applications and runtime also providing. Just database and applications you have to manage. Software as a service, everything managed by cloud as per your requirements. So this is software as a service. These are the service models they are providing. So depending upon our requirements, the company's requirements, they have to choose. They have to go for infrastructure as a service. They have to go for platform as a service. They have to go for software as a service. That is depending upon the requirement of the specific companies who are developing the applications. So we have three types of clouds are there. Public cloud, it is a type of cloud computing. It is provides available to the public via the internet. Some public providers offers resources free, while clients pay for other resources by subscription or pay per usage model. For example, you have a Google Drive is there, up to 15 GB of the space is free. So if you want to cross that limit, if you want to make another 5 GB or 10 GB, you have to pay. See, up to some level, they are providing free resources. But if you want to cross those limit, you have to pay the money. So this is like public cloud. Private cloud. The private cloud is defined as a computing services offered either over the internet or private internal network, and only to select under instead of general public. For example, we have a database servers, we have a application servers. So your company's databases servers and application servers cannot be public. So your database is very critical database. So public people cannot access your database. So you have to make it private environment in your company. So private cloud requires the same staffing management. See, private cloud means in your company's environment only you are managing all your servers, because you are a critical database servers you are managing. So you have to keep it in your company's environment only. The staffing management, your people only, they will manage the ownership. So this is private cloud. So hybrid cloud. So it is combining of public cloud and private cloud. So you have to make it your private cloud in your company's environment only. Public servers you can keep on public environment, means public cloud. So all your web servers, your public web servers, whatever it may be, they are going to access it by others. You can keep on cloud environment. So public cloud plus private cloud, when you combine, that is become as a hybrid cloud. So these are the three clouds: public, hybrid, private cloud. Public plus private cloud is hybrid cloud. So this is deployment model, this is service model. This is nothing but a cloud computing. Now cloud providers, who are providers? AWS is the uh, big market is there, because first cloud computing only they introduced in 2006. It is very popular and experienced in cloud. So many companies they are using the services. So AWS servers capacity is about 6 times larger than other next 12 competitors up to now. So AWS server capacity is about 6 times larger than other cloud competitors. So you have a world's largest media company is there, Netflix. I think already you know Netflix. So all the Netflix, their servers, their storage, their graphics, everything fits on AWS environment only. And Expedia is a world famous travel booking company. Their complete environment also running on AWS cloud only. The next part, go to Microsoft Azure, next place. It is introduced in 2010. It is occupied the next place after AWS, next to GCP. But here the thing is, once you learn any one cloud, so you can easily work on all clouds, because the concept is same. In AWS we are calling as an instance, in Azure we are calling as a VM. So only technical words is change, but the complete work is same. But more than 130 services are now running on AWS. So that is the reason the cloud leader up to now AWS is there. In coming days, maybe depending upon how much resources and how much features they added, maybe the main competition between AWS and Azure. So this is what cloud computing. So now, so somebody, sir, we are everybody knowing cloud, cloud, cloud. Actually, where the cloud fits, where the cloud fits. So we are asking cloud, we are learning cloud. In interview, they will ask the question, where your cloud fits. What exactly cloud? How it is accessing? So the cloud fits on virtualization. Remember this point. Without a virtualization, there is no cloud. If anybody asks you a question, where cloud fits, means cloud fits on virtualization. Without a virtualization, no cloud. So how that technology came, I will explain just now. This is physical environment before virtualization. In physical environment, all the physical servers, physical Ethernet cards, physical fiber channel network storage, everything is physical. But all the physical servers having some resources. Resources is nothing but CPU resource, memory resource. For example, my laptop is there. I'm going to task manager. I'm showing you. I have a 3.1 gigahertz processor, but 36% is only utilizing. I have 8 GB memory, 50% is only utilizing. So remaining space is wasting. So wasting the resources is nothing but a wasting the money. My company invested 50 lakhs for buying the 100 servers. Out of investing 50 lakhs, 70% resources are only utilizing. Remaining 30% is not utilizing. Whether you are using databases, applications, web server, whatever it may be, maximum 70-75% resources only utilizing. So remaining resources are wasting. So wasting the resources is nothing but a wasting the money. That is the reason virtualization technology implemented. So in virtualization technology, you can utilize the complete resources. You can take one physical server, top of that you can install VMware vSphere hypervisor, ESXi server, or Windows Hyper-V. These are bare metal servers. Bare metal means directly install on the hardware. VMware workstation is there. I think everybody knows workstation. Oracle VM box is there. That is also virtualization software, but that is not bare metal. That is host based virtualization. For example, so I installed VMware workstation. This is host based. I installed on Windows, but bare metal means directly install on your laptop like Windows, directly install on your desktop like Windows. That is bare metal. So that is VMware ESX server, Citrix Gen server, Microsoft Hyper-V. These are the bare metal virtualization servers. So you can share your physical resources to other virtual machines. See, my CPU resource I can share across the virtual machines. My physical memory I can share. My physical NIC card I can share across the virtual machines. So this is virtualization. So top of the virtualization, cloud will fit. See, this is cloud. See, these are the virtualization servers. Maybe VMware ESX server and Citrix Xen servers and Windows Hyper-V. Top of this VMware virtualization servers, we created virtual machines. Top of this architecture, they implemented cloud. So now cloud fits on where? Cloud fits on virtual environment. Remember this point. Without a virtualization, there is no cloud. Without a virtualization technology, no cloud. Now we are learning cloud. But before going to learn, you have to understand just where the cloud is running. So you are in the cloud. What you are doing, launching instance means this virtual machine will start. Launching instance means this virtual machine is already, we set up all those things on the virtualization. Just by using the cloud software, you are accessing the instances. Now I will show you how to launch the instance. Linux install I am going to launch. Go to AWS Management Console. Go to AWS Management Console, log into your account. So go to EC2 instance. So instance is nothing but a machine, virtual machine. But technically in cloud, we are calling as a EC2 instance, Elastic Cloud Computing. So running instance is 0. Click on launch instance. So here you have Amazon Linux images are there. And Windows servers are there, Microsoft Windows servers. See Microsoft Windows Server with SQL. See, already I told you with database servers you can launch. See, free tier only you can use, otherwise you can chargeable. So like this, which operating system you want to install, you want to launch SUSE Linux, whatever it may be. Now I am taking Amazon Linux. So free tier eligible, general purpose. Here you can see instance types. See, general purpose, compute optimized GPU instances, machine learning instances, and memory optimized, storage optimized. I will explain. I will show you the notes. What is general purpose? What is computer? GPU means graphic purpose we are going to use. So this is the new instance type they released for especially machine learning. This is memory and storage. Generally, we are going to use for practice purpose, general purpose only. Select free tier eligible. So click on configure instance details. So number of instances 1. So here you can see network by default allocated by cloud people, default VPC. So virtual private cloud, we have a concept in cloud computing, but by default they are providing one network for us, default VPC, subnet, any available zone. So availability zones, you can see AP South 1A, AP South 1B, 1C, 3 availability zones. So what is this availability zone? They will ask the question. So an availability zone is nothing but a one data center. So availability zone is nothing but a one data center. So in Mumbai, we have 3 availability zones. Asia Pacific Mumbai. See, we are in Mumbai. So these are all regions. So in every region, we have number of availability zones. So in Mumbai, we have 3 availability zones, means 3 data centers. So default availability zone automatically it will take. Now, next classes, we are going to discuss how to select the particular availability zone while we are discussing about elastic load balancers and auto scaling groups. Then we have to select different availability zones. Auto assign public IP by default is enabled automatically. That Amazon people will assign one public IP to us. So remaining all the things you have to leave it to defaults. Next, add storage. By default, 8 GB of the space allocated to you, general purpose SSD. SSD means solid state disk. We have different types of disks. We are going to discuss SSD, solid state disk, magnetic, raw disk. Like we have different types of disks. I am going to explain in my next classes. So if you want to add a new volume, you can add. But initially 8 GB is enough for us for practice purpose. Add tags. So if you want to write a tag, you can write tag name my Linux. So you can write the tag. So configure security group. So how to log into our Linux operating system? We are going to log into our Linux operating system through SSH, secure shell. So protocol is TCP, transmission control protocol. Port range is 22 is the port number. Custom from anywhere you can log in. This is custom 0.0.0. Means any network. Review and launch. So instant to type t2.micro. So one CPU, 1 GB memory, elastic block storage. Click on launch. So choose an existing key pair or select create a new key pair. I am creating a new key pair. So this is, I am giving DS key 7 p.m. for example, sorry, 8 p.m. For example, I am giving. Download key pair. Now select key pair, choose an existing key pair. DS key 8 p.m. Acknowledge that I have to select this launch instances. Now by default it's stored like see DS key 8 p.m. dot pem file. So what is this PEM format? They will ask the question. PEM format means privacy enhanced mail format. The key will download, but you have to convert into putty private key. That is nothing but a PPK file. So by default, the file is downloaded in PEM format, but you have to convert. If you want to log into the putty, we are going to log into our Linux server by using the putty software only. So you have to convert the file into PPK. That is nothing but, what is PPK file? They will ask the question. PPK means putty private key. What is PEM file? What is the privacy and private enhanced mail? So now PEM file is downloaded. When you want to launch your instance, you have to convert into PPK file. Then you have to log in. Now go to our instance, whether it is running or not. View instances. These are old instances, web DNS1, web DNS2. Now this is running. So I am giving some name. So always assign names to instances, otherwise you will confuse. New instance, new Linux, for example. So here you can see instance ID, public DNS. This is the DNS name. This is your public IP address. So instance state is running. Instance type is t2.micro. Private DNS. This is your private IP, your system IP address. So private IP is 172.31.37.128. This is your VPC ID, default VPC. So platform is Amazon Linux, platform details Linux. So everything I could see here. You can see the details of your instances. Now what is your key pair name? DSK 8pm. Now I want to log into this Linux instance. So you have to convert the PEM file into PPK file. So you have to download a software is called Puttigen. Double click on that. Click on load. So where is key file is downloaded? Go to downloads. Select all files. So file name is DSK 8pm. Double click on this. Successfully imported foreign key. Okay. Save private key. Do you want to save without passphrase? You can also protect to another passphrase also, but no need. Yes. So now you can convert into PPK DS key 8pm dot PPK putty private key. I am converting into putty private key. Save. Close. Now copy your public IP address. This is your public IP. Copy. Now open putty. Paste. Select SSH. Select authentication. Click on browse. So just now we converted into PPK DSK 8pm. Double click on that. Click on open. Click on yes. Now the default EC2 instance username is EC2-user. This is the normal user account. Everybody knows who knows Linux. Normal user can get the dollar prompt. Administrator can get the hash prompt. Now switch into administrator account, sudo su space hyphen. Now you are logged in as a Linux administrator. So you can check the IP address of your system. So private IP address 172.31.37.128. You can check in your instance. Go to your instance. What is your private IP? So internally you can communicate 172.31.37.128. So you can check here 172.31.37.128. For example, if you want to configure a web server, simply I am telling yum install the web server package httpd. Now go to where www.html folder. In Linux, HTML files are located in this path only. So here open one index.html file. Now you can write down this is my First, AWS web server. Save the file. Service httpd start. Permanently I want to start at the time of booting also. Check config httpd on. Now my web server is launched. So go to the browser, control V, sorry, you have to select the public IP. Go to instance management, select your public IP, give the public IP, enter. So it will not open. It will not open your website. Why it is not opening, I will tell you. Because you given only the permission SSH to log into your Linux instance. Top of that, you configured web server. So if you want to configure web server, you have to provide HTTP access. Otherwise, your website will not work. If you forget to do that one, so if you give 100 times, it will not open. What you have to do, you have to add the security group. Go to your security group. Where your security group? So here security group is there. Click on your security group. Click on inbound rules. So SSH is there here. Click on edit. Add rule. Select HTTP. Where is HTTP? HTTP. Port number 80. Anywhere you can connect. Click on save. Now go to web browser. Now enter. This is my first to AWS web server. See, this type of small mistakes if you do, so if you give 100 times, 200, I forget it. For example, I forget it to give an HTTP. If you forget it, if you give 100 times also, it will not open. So like this, so depending upon the requirement, which security groups are there, which is not there, which are allowing, which are denying, we have to remember all these things. So like this, you are going to launch the Linux instance. You can configure your browser. Tomorrow, I will go to use same. We have reserved instances. This is on-demand instance. So you can also configure reserved instances. You can also configure spot instances. So what is on-demand instance? What is reserved instance? What are spot instances? And what are the already instance types I told you today only? What is general purpose instance? What is the uses of that general purpose? So what is the compute optimized instance? What are the uses? What is memory optimized? What are the uses? GPU. So here they are calling it accelerated computing. What are the uses? Storage optimized instance type. What are the uses? So what are the instances in AWS? What is EC2 a virtual machine? So everything tomorrow theoretically I will give these notes to you. I will explain these notes to you. Then we are going to launch Linux instances, configuring the web servers, and we are going to launch the Windows instances and how to log into the Windows servers. Tomorrow's class we are going to see. So tomorrow 8 o'clock we are going to log in. I will explain about first in EC2 instance theoretical part. Then we are going to do the practical scenarios again. So after completion of your work, every day you have to remember, you have to go to EC2 dashboard, you have to terminate it. See here, these two instances I am not terminated, I stopped, but they will chargeable. So but for web server DNS purpose, I not terminated. So tomorrow I will terminate these two. But while you practiced in your environment, once you practiced whatever it may be, you have to terminate. But some people, what they will do, some students, they will change this region. So they will practice in US East region. For example, click on US East North Virginia. So they will select this one. They will practice here. So some configurations they will practice here. They can check here only, is there any instances are running? It will show no instances are running. but they will forget and they will log out. But actually, previously they practiced on Mumbai region, but their instances are running state, so they are chargeable. So that is the reason. So while you are practicing, you have to check where you are, in which region you are working. See here, they will forget like this. They will change the region. They will practice some VPC or something. They will log out. So always check where we are working. Then you can check the instance. So this is running state. So select this one. So click on actions. Go to instance state. Terminate. Don't stop. Terminate it. Yes, terminate. So if you want to check the billing, go to your login account, my billing dashboard. How much billing you are receiving, everything you can check here. Billing information, see 953 rupees came. Which purpose 953 they will give? Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. So I told you now, if you forget, I stopped the instances from last 2 days, maybe the bill generated. So Elastic Compute Cloud relation database 8.87% they build. So Amazon relation database 8.80%. Simple notification service they charged. AWS key management they charged. So like this you can check your monthly bill. $12 they charged this month. So bill details, if you want to see, you can get on the bill. See every time you have to check this bill. So sometimes they will cancel your account. We have to check the no need to pay up to 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, no need to pay. Don't bother about this bill. But every time they will send the email account, your account going to be cancelled, your account going to be cancelled. You are paying bill from last 1 year. I am getting the messages, but don't bother about up to 10,000. They will not ask anything. But remember, you have to whatever you practice it, demolish all the things again, practice next day fresh onwards. And also you have to remember your account number. Everybody can get one account number. This is we are going to use an IAM class. So identity access management class. I will explain about the importance of this account number. Okay. So today's session we are going to complete here. Tomorrow code you can directly deploy. They will provide all the infrastructure to you.
Yeah, I
But we are
got your
going to
point. We
see that.
don't know means like from the developer's point of say, for example,
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
not
Yes.
working on a, I mean like a, I mean, if I'm working on a like only from developer's instance, right?
Yes. Yes.
Not from the cat instance or the production instances.
Yes.
But
Okay.
from a developer, from the developer's point of view, we will be providing an instance and we can develop, we can deploy, right? One of the
Yes.
team members can deploy on it, like using the EC2 instances, so that we can select whatever the infrastructure we need, and we can deploy it, and we can do the end-to-end testing from the application point of view. And thereafter, once it is good, we will be checking the code into the GitHub and all, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so at least that, are you going to cover that kind of thing?
Yeah, yes. Yes. We are going to cover.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Tomorrow we are
Yeah.
going to start. Okay.
You said you are going to share the video of the today's class too.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
thank you all.